I think reading a story aloud to a group of people is a fantastic kind of school. I think that you can let yourself on the page allow yourself little kind of foliage of kind of description and digressions or kind of little moments that you're incredibly proud of, but where once you're reading it aloud you realize that you've suddenly lost everybody's interest. And so the discipline of reading something aloud to people I really love, actually, that I've always liked doing readings to people, because it's one of the best ways of actually kind of critiquing your own work, and it's the best way of realizing what a strange performance writing is, because it's this kind of silent kind of talking, which so it sort of makes no sense. It slightly becomes too overt when you're actually in a room with people, and then at the same time just the silent page is not quite right either. Yeah, it's my second time on the list, which it was only actually when I got the call that I hadn't really been thinking about it at all that I suddenly thought, oh, that would have been so awful to have not been on the second time, just because it would have been such a judgment on actually I've got worse in the last 10 years. So at least I can now think I didn't positively get worse. So yeah, it's a huge honour and it's hugely exciting, and it's just very nice to be included in anything. I don't know quite how I did find this voice. It's I can see that it's related to a voice I've used in the first person as sort of a version of myself, but it's much more hectic and almost uncensored, I suppose. That what I really wanted to do was try and make this voice that would just say absolutely everything that came into its head, that would give the illusion of being totally unedited, almost like as if someone had sat down and just talked into a tape recorder. That was kind of my kind of vision of this, was some kind of mad sort of experiment, as if someone was just talking to themselves. And also this kind of slight pleading that he's got going, that that he's always trying to justify what's going on. And so even though he's in a slightly compromising, if not worse than compromising situation, he's always trying to kind of tell whoever he is talking to that everything really is okay. So I don't know quite how I got it, but the idea was I wanted someone who would seem at first very innocent, and then you would possibly gradually realise that they might be entirely corrupt or corrupting, so that they'd be charming at first in some way because they'd be saying these kind of sweet things and these slightly innocent things, but that by the end of the kind of piece, if it works, the idea is that you're meant to be slightly terrified of this innocent maniac.